Hey there, I'm Jen, and on today's first ride review, we're going to hop on board the 2022 Yamaha XSR900. The all-new XSR900 is here, and it's sporting changes all across the board. I'm talking the engine, suspension, chassis, rider electronics, ergonomics, and of course styling. When this bike first came out in 2016, it was billed as Yamaha's sport heritage model, paying tribute to classic styles of yesteryear while still delivering all the modern amenities of a new age motorcycle. So let's hop on this bike and see what it's got. Let's kick things off by talking about the engine. The XSR is now outfitted with the latest configuration of the CP3 engine that is also found in the MT09 and the Tracer 9 GT. And there are small refinements that have happened in the CP3 motor. The inline triple has an updated camshaft, cylinder head, transmission, intake system, and exhaust, all meeting Euro 5 standards and delivering better fuel mileage and a small bump in torquiness. Now, the ultimate question about this bike, of course, though, is does it have that same character and that low to mid range that made it so popular in the first place? Yes, this bike is still definitely torquey at the bottom end and all the places that you want to see it. By all regards, it's still a wheelie machine. And Yamaha has refined the throttle response for a smoother, less twitchy power delivery. Moving along to the chassis and suspension, the XSR is an all-new die-cast aluminum frame, subframe, and swing arm that are stiffer and create more stability in the corners. Combined with new suspension settings, this new generation chassis has really upped the cornering and handling capabilities of the XSR. It is a joy to ride. Now, the XSR has gone through some rider ergonomic revisions with a slightly more hunched and sporty orientation compared to the last generation model and also compared to the MT09. This new XSR does have some opportunities for adjusting those ergonomics, however, with a handlebar that can be rotated and adjustable two-position foot pegs for rider preference. The rider ergonomics come hand in hand with the new styling of the XSR. This latest iteration evolves from the 1970s inspiration of the first generation XSR and has now moved a decade forward into the 1980s, with MotoGP-inspired body lines and brightly colored liveries at the forefront. This updated bodywork also sees the addition of a modern yet still round LED headlight, bar end mounted mirrors, and a foldaway passenger foot peg to keep the silhouette of the motorcycle streamlined. Now, when it comes to electronics on the new XSR900, it has inherited that 6-axis IMU from the R1 and also used in the MT09. Now, that 6-axis IMU is going to give you a whole plethora of rider aids, and I'm talking about lean-sensitive traction control, slide control, wheelie control, quick shifter, and cornering ABS, all stock now on this motorcycle. A nice creature comfort now added to this year's XSR900 is cruise control, and the new TFT dash is an appealing update as well. I might have a soft spot for that old-style round dial on the older generation, but the readability and menu functions of this new TFT dash is undoubtedly an upgrade. As for my riding impressions of the new XSR, this is a do-it-all machine. It has the torquiness and power to make city hooligan riding or canyon carving fun, but it does it in a riding position that won't break your back. It has a chassis that is rigid enough for the rigors of the occasional track day, but still flexible enough for the majority of your city commute as well. And last but certainly not least, it does it all in a package that will scratch that itch for something cool and retro, but without all the headaches of keeping a vintage machine running. And it does it all for under 10 grand. All right, and that's going to wrap it up on the new 2022 Yamaha XSR900. Now, if you need more details, head on over to Common Tread where you can see my full write-up on this bike. All right, thanks for hanging out. I'm Jen. Keep it on 2.